Hello, and welcome back. Let's get right into it. Today is Tuesday, I believe. 7:28. I just unlocked another character in my last run, and I know I'm still playing on hard mode. Not all the videos have gone up by the time I'm recording this, but I wanted something to do. So I told myself I'm just gonna record a video because I'm slightly bored. But that's not the point. The point is that I can combat roll now. But yeah, I wasn't doing too much. Just looking around on the internet, watching YouTube videos, and it, to be honest, makes me tired when I do that kind of stuff. Like, I just lose focus, and when I'm not focusing on anything, I start to feel more tired, so I kind of just stopped. Not to say that watching YouTube videos is bad, but just not what I'm interested in doing right now. What is the tape down there in the corner? Oh, that's his roll, I guess. That's cool. So yeah, I'm pretty much all day have not been doing too much. It's 2:50 right now, so normally I record in the mornings. Since I get a lot more energy in the mornings, I feel like I can think better, but I was really feeling like playing this game, doing a couple runs, just to see how they go, since I won the last round and I wanted to see the new content that would get added from the next manager. Now that requires me to do a good run, which is obviously not guaranteed by any stretch. Especially not when I take damage like that, but that's okay. I get sick of scrolling around on news sites and horrible Reddit threads of people arguing about the stupidest things. So I gotta entertain myself by talking in front of my computer screen and acting like there's an audience listening to me, when in reality there's probably like one or two people listening to me. That's okay. I'm not really making videos to be the next big YouTube sensation. I'm just doing it for fun. If you don't have keys, you can use coins instead. That's what I've learned from watching Lockpick Lawyer on YouTube. You can always pick a lock with keys. I mean, you can always pick a lock with coins, not keys. This is bad damage. But that's alright. I want to test something here with this last octopus. Okay, so it's kind of like iframes. Invincibility frames. I wouldn't be able to jump up there no matter what, so it's okay if I ignore it for now. Also rolls you in the direction you're facing if you're firing, instead of the direction you're moving, which is kind of a negative for me, but got a lot of coins early on into this run. Able to get a grenade there. Another large chunk of coins. So the shop is going to be relatively important. Moldy hearts I know can be dangerous, but it doesn't bother me right now to pick them up. I don't think it's going to be run changing. So how come whenever these robotic creatures die, a worm comes out of them? I never thought about that earlier, but I guess that is kind of a weird question. I don't know anything about the lore for this game, and I'm not sure that I'm particularly interested in it, but the gameplay loop is relatively fun. I want to be a stormtrooper. I'll join the force. I got technology tech 0.0. Is that what it's called in Isaac? I was hoping that grenade was gonna hit it over the top, but it did not do that. That's okay. Keys don't really matter. And that's fine. Alright, so if I should be trying to focus on the direction I want to dash, if I want to stay safe. That's probably the best way to be playing it, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to dash out of that real quick to make sure he doesn't land on us. Okay, that was a bad roll because I was still firing, so it rolled me in the direction I was facing, which was in the direction to shoot towards the boss. Laser hit him? No, it can't. It doesn't go off screen. Okay, that was close again, but thanks to the invincibility frames of the roll, I'm still able to avoid him. Now, whenever I tend to get bored, voice crack there. Whenever I tend to get bored, I really just want to feel like I'm doing something, which is why a lot of times in the morning I'll try to record videos and then I'll try to keep up with the news. But today I was like, I already have a couple things recorded. I have a backlog. I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, so I wasn't recording anything. And then I got sucked into YouTube, as always happens. And had I not peeled myself away from it to actually go eat something and do something else, I probably would still be stuck on YouTube until 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorry there, I had to change my seating position. Sometimes I like to sit on my foot and it's the most uncomfortable position, but I still decide that it's a logical thing to do for whatever reason. I understand the reason, actually. The reason, in my opinion, take this as you will, but the reason that I feel like I move my legs is more so like a leg stretch. I'm gonna take this gun. It's a leg stretch, so I feel like I move them to get like my hamstrings and stuff like that to open up, is a weird way to put it, I guess, but it's just like doing a leg stretch. You kind of like stress your muscles and pull on them a little bit. It feels pretty good, in my opinion. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of my drink there. But yeah, reading the news is just like awful right now, so I try to avoid most of the articles about current events because they seem to be extremely horrible. I should have picked that double the eggs up later in the run. Not later in the run, later on this floor. It's a bad idea to pick it up now, but that's okay. Like, or is that everyone's trying to bash each other, basically. Oh, apparently rolling on that does not help Light Dancer. This weapon deals melee damage, opens. So I've had this before. I really don't like it. Also, the laser only seems to fire at the end and not at all points. So we're gonna take this, and we'll come back when I get 15 more gold. I promise I will not forget about it, but at the end I will probably forget about it. I had a feeling. A lot of gold up here too. I said I would come back if I got 15 gold. I now have 15 gold. The current events are just not worth keeping up with. I feel like everyone's got their own thing they want to say, their own sides they want to appeal to, and it really just turns into like a war. Surprisingly though, and I go on the Reddit a lot for New Jersey, I feel like surprisingly there's a lot of open-minded people on the New Jersey Reddit. It feels weird to say about the New Jersey Reddit, but it really does seem like that. Like, a lot of topical arguments, they don't devolve into your side is objectively worse than mine, but it does happen, and it has been happening a lot more than I've seen just lately due to COVID. I was interested in taking Destroyer. I can't remember what Nightmare Mask does. This is just generically good, right? Upgrade your weapon and increase bullet velocity. Actually, it was not that good. At least for what I have, it was not that good. That's okay. I think we'll pay crystals. I'm not interested in sacrificing more heart containers down the line. So I will take the cat medallion. The fewer crystals you have, the more weapon damage you deal. It's just a positive for me, because I can always just throw out my crystals by using my weapons active item, which I believe gets rid of bombs. I don't know why I jumped up there. In my head, I told myself there's something up there. There really was not anything up there. Alright, dude. I had a roll, which I should have used, but for some reason I could not comprehend that I just have to stand on the ground and press the E key to roll. By the way, you cannot E in the air. You can't roll. You can't even do a combat roll in the air, huh? That's the first thing we learn in karate, is doing an aerial combat roll. That's not the first thing we learn in karate. I did take karate classes when I was a kid. Oh, okay. I almost just killed myself. Let me reread this item to make sure I'm not losing half a heart. You can use coins. Alright. It's a certain amount of coins. Need more keys, they said. Excuse me, I have 8 coins. Alright, this is a fighting room. Just be careful of the stop sign, because people never stop for the stop sign. But yeah, there's just the most ridiculous things going around. You guys need to just chill out. Come together, man. Let's make peace with the world. Every news article I read feels like we're one step closer to another world war. I only did that because I felt like it would be ironic if I died to it. And now here we are. So that was literally 13 minutes. I'm gonna do another run. I just wish the heart was active for me to pick up before the cat picks it up. That would never happen, because I've noticed that the heart is not actually active for pickup until a second or so after it lands on the ground, which never feels good. Also, that does not feel good either. I cannot advocate for doing that again. I need to get better at using this roll, as I roll right over the coin. I don't know, what happened to coins for a modicum of cash and currency? I really feel like coins are a lot more fun to handle than dollar bills. I mean, who wants to hold a dollar bill? No one wants to hold a dollar bill. You can do like paper origami with it. That's the coolest thing you can do with a dollar bill, which I did know how to do some paper origami, by the way. I had a book on it when I was a kid. I remember that. But I was always a lot more interested in the string tricks, where you would use strings to make like the Eiffel Tower and stuff. What? The heck is that? I'm still baffled by that. But I feel like coins... I guess you won't always have the metals to produce coins, but there's no feeling like holding a coin and flicking it with your thumb. It's just not the same. You can't do it with a dollar bill. Heads or tails, it just floats in the wind. And... Come on, I've never heard of a magician performing a dollar bill trick. There probably is one out there if I googled it. There's definitely something out there for everything. We're at that point in the world where you can't get away with that. I don't really have anything yet. I really wish you could dash in the air, but I'll just have to make do with my poor dashing abilities. Don't have money. Alright. Paper origami. You make a paper airplane out of my dollar bill. Increase your weapon's range and damage. I was never really a paper airplane person. I feel like I've made paper airplanes as a kid, but it never stuck around with me. I'm wondering if it's worth... Probably not. I should shoot the barrel. If the barrel has a bomb in it, I'll do it. There's your answer. So let's do the boss fight and see what we get. I would like to get a bomb just for the secret room purposes. I feel like I don't need to further reiterate my thoughts on that sequence of events that occurred right there, but that's okay. What are you doing, sir? Okay. Alright. I feel like this boss fight is a little different for some reason. I stood there and I deserve that. He's got an angry face made of 2 bloody teardrops. Like of the king. I wonder if bullet velocity in this game means that you're essentially increasing bullet range. I don't know why I just did that, but I really wish I could go to all that stuff, but I cannot. It's okay though. The Blue Doctor. I feel like so far, in terms of fun, I would rate this an A. I don't know if I would give it an S yet. Still determining how I particularly feel about the decision making, to say the least, about some of the design choices. Oh, that was my bad. I should have rolled. I thought I could jump there, but should have rolled like that. Yeah. It's like trying to form a new habit. You gotta consciously tell yourself about it. Or trying to break an old habit, you gotta tell yourself, hey, stop doing that, dummy. You don't want to do that anymore. It really does, like, it is like that. If you want to start something healthy, I suppose is one way to put it, you have to really tell yourself to do it. It takes a lot of mental energy to tell yourself to form a good habit. I guess that's why, you know, habits are mostly bad, and they do call it bad habits. Alright. We'll do this, this, and then break the barrel. It should break the rock, but also the other barrel at the same time, apparently. Oh, that was a horrible choice. I think I don't know what I was doing, but it's okay. We still have the chance to get... No, we don't, because I have to break the rock to get up there. Okay, unless I can roll. Let's see. Nope, can't do that. A party popper. Come on, dude. I know what a party popper looks like. Believe it or not. I did just have the cat medallion. What the heck is this? Kill enough enemies and you'll drop extra shields. Okay. Simple enough. I did not see you there. I think I did see him, but my brain didn't register it. These things look like some kind of horrifying Muppets creation. It stood still for 1 second so I could get a better look at its ugly face. The heck did I end up with 5 bombs? Did I miss something? Okay. I'll let you shoot and move on. Do kids generally like puppets? Not generally, I mean like... Do they really like puppets? I'm not sure, but I never found puppets that interesting as a kid. Some of them are just downright creepy, which is obviously the goal, like Chucky, but... What constitutes a good puppeteer? Is it ventriloquism? I'm not too sure. Never really been into puppetry. That bomb, I swear that bomb was magnetized to my head. Alright. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. I should be rolling because I have this ability. Alright. And we're good to go. I feel like the upgraded weapon in this case is an upgraded rate of fire. It definitely sounds like it. That roll barely moved him. Alright, we can jump up here and do this, and I got 7 bombs now, so... What the heck was that? I have no idea what I just saw, but there was like some kind of flash of light that came towards me. As long as I'm alive. We're gonna buy this. Or we're not gonna buy it, because you're just gonna take it from me. You know what? Sure. You can take that too. I don't want it. Arcades. This piano room seems very common. Okay. The fire rate is nice, but the damage feels a little bit lower. So I would like higher damage, or maybe an extra bullet would be good. It's essentially like double the damage. Okay. This room scares me a little bit. For sure this room is scary, but I made it out without taking a single hit, which I'm personally impressed with. I give my personal performance on that room an A. I don't really have any keys, so I don't think that's worth it, but I'm not really sure. I would like a key, please. I did not mean to hurt that. I guess one of my bullets went there? I don't think I got that close, but okay. I have a strange feeling, by the way. It's just that simple. I got a feeling that this wall is gonna be fake. So let me tell you what happened there. My thought process was to think about that song, Shroud. Alright, so now that I have become one with Shroud, there's no way I can lose because this game involves guns. Back on the crystal, I was thinking about the song's lyrics, and I refused to look at my screen while I was doing that for some reason. Which means I looked over at my OBS recording, which is on my other monitor, and saw myself visibly walk into that at the last second, which was horrible. Alright, sir. What are you doing? Can I reach this? I cannot. Cannot blow it up either. I could go underneath, but I can't really bomb it. Let's go to the other side and shoot this from that side. Yeah, pretty much what I was expecting. I feel like that room's gonna kill me, so I'm more inclined to do this room, which might also kill me. Ugh, it's a tough choice. I think I'll get more out of this room, so I'll just try to be very safe about it and stay away from the goat people. Alright, alright. Pull them up. Very good for the second core of this room. Come on. Alright, we're safe. And by safe, I mean we're not safe at all. And I took 2 horrible hits after finally gaining some armor. Cactus baby. Any keys? Y'all got any of them keys? No? Alright, so this is a room filled with nothing but a purple bear. He's so fast, he just flies through walls and steals everything. Okay. Not actually a combat room. It's a key, dude. Oh, he got that before me. Alright, I saw the teleporting dude. Ay, ay, ay. It's okay. I'm going to conquer this run. It's like one of those magic acts where you see them struggling and you think the whole thing has gone wrong, but in reality, haha, unless. I'll take the damage this time. It'll give me a devil room. I think I could use the item from it. I have no idea what... I do know what this is. I lied. The fire rate on it is really bad. But it's okay. Famine. Sapper backpack. I think I've had Sapper backpack. Wild Wolf, I believe I saw that with an inner eye run. I'm gonna try this. Dude. It's like that old game that you used to play on like Pac-Man consoles. And it overheats. This gun's pretty cool though. Can't think of the name. Space Invader. Space Invader was great. I used to play that a lot. We had one of those at our dentist's office. We don't really go to like commercially owned dentists. I'm sorry if that sounds weird to say, but that's the reality of it. I think I just killed the blue baby. But we kind of go to more like of a private dentist practice. And they had those arcade games. They had Space Invaders for a while, I believe. They also had... Oh, what the heck was it called? The one where you move in diagonals. I can't believe I can't remember that off the top of my head. Okay, no wonder I didn't go to any of these rooms. It's because they all require coins that I don't have. They did have Pac-Man in there for a while too, but, you know, Pac-Man's Pac-Man. So you can shoot the balls when they're in the air too. Or maybe they'll hit my cactus baby. And that's what that was. That was a good roll. Got myself out of danger there. If only it worked that way in real life. Every time someone came in to complain about something, if I could just roll out of the way. If you're wondering how often someone comes in to complain about something, it's pretty much every day. When they tell me to search Neon Abyss on social media, I feel like I'm getting trapped by going to the dark web or something like that. You're a wizard, Harry. So I saw this gun before. I'm more interested in trying Famine, to be honest. It's a little bit weird, because I think the active is kind of counterintuitive to what the gun does, because it requires you to kind of reload, per se. Okay. That was bad damage taken. I need to chill out for a second. Regain my composure. So I think in a way I should be playing this run similar to if you played a run with a charging weapon and just running and gunning more. So focus on dodging while the weapon is recharging, and since it auto aims, just focus on shooting it. Okay, the auto aim is being a little bit rude. I would prefer it if you just hit the enemy. Alright. We're safe now, I feel like. Unless that happens and I don't roll at the right time, in which case I'm not safe. I don't... These like futuristic candles, they run around and explode. If that's the way that our future is gonna be, I don't think I'm gonna get candles. I can't support an industry that is going to make mini bombs in the future. Why did you have to reload? Is there like any indication of when I'm gonna have to reload? Maybe it has a certain amount of ammo based off of the weapon's level or something like that. I can't manually reload by pressing R. You guys shoot lasers. You look like the main villain's evil robot if it was condensed into a small unit because it was impractically large, so they had to make it into a ceiling-sized unit for destruction, and they made that. I don't have much gold, so I'm not gonna run in there. It's no longer Easter, guys. I don't really need these eggs. Easter was like almost half a year ago. You're kidding me. Can I get up there? I cannot. That was a horrible decision and a waste of a grenade, and now the game will taunt me by showing me that there was a grenade over there that I will no longer be able to obtain. It's a reminder of my failures and mistakes. Just like all of the pictures I ever took growing up. I didn't take them. They were taken for me at my birthdays. No offense to parents that like getting pictures of their kids growing up. I just absolutely hated it. I remember one time we were going to get my hair cut for my birthday, and not for my birthday, pictures. Obviously I wouldn't be like, for my birthday I want a haircut, Mom, when I'm like probably 11 years old when this happened. So we went to the hair cuttery, and I told her I like to grow out my hair. Like, I like to have my hair grow longer, just because I'm normally not interested in going to the hair cuttery that often. So we went, I said that to her, and she cut off like no hair and said something. It was super weird. She said like, oh, you said that you like to grow your hair out or something. I'm like, yeah. So she cut off like none of it and proceeded to say that I told her my hair falls out. It was kind of amazing in a weird way that you work as a hairstylist and you took it that way. Okay, these guys need to chill and should not have this large of a hitbox, because you can't even dodge them if you're on the ground floor. They've hit me like 20 times. I don't even like fast food that much. That's a lie. I eat too much of it. I wish there was a way to switch the devices back to wisdom, because so many accidental like crystal hits from random AoE or from an enemy. By the way, which I'm surprised I did not hit this one after I said that. Okay. I know how to deal with this room now, so it's not as bad as it once was. feel like that's one thing I really wish most roguelike games would get better, is trap rooms. Because half of the time they're not interesting, they're non-interactive, nothing really... Like, it's obviously personal skill, but it doesn't feel like you're interacting with a feature. It feels like you're interacting with something static, I guess, right? Like, in enemy rooms, the enemies are constantly moving around and change how they attack or what the pattern is or something like that, right? But in a trap room, a lot of them just feel boring, uninspired. Like, Enter the Gungeon's trap rooms felt a lot more active to me than a lot of other games have their trap rooms. I'm also extremely suspicious about this, by the way. I think there's a secret room. If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess here. What is the... What is that? What does that button do? What does the Q button do? I believe I remember reading that at one point, that it swaps butt items. Maybe it swaps with the incendiary grenade. Okay. Whoever decided that this weapon needed a reload, I would like to talk with them. Like to probe into the thoughts of an expert and see why they thought this weapon was so strong that it had to have a reload. It's just gonna break the very foundations that we live upon on Earth. It'll make you rethink everything you've ever known in life. So we'll have to give it a reload animation. But dude, there's a gun that's 10 times stronger that doesn't have a reload animation. That's okay. I don't really care about that gun. Well, what makes this gun so strong? It looks like Space Invaders, dude. The nostalgia. Okay. The crystal's in the ceiling. I guess I used to have an attic when I was a kid. I don't know why I thought about that, because I said the word ceiling and the first thing that came to my mind was attic, but I feel like attics are almost never used. I didn't know anyone that personally used their attic. Basements were kind of used. I feel like in a lot of houses, a basement ends up becoming a man cave. Where you end up just putting whatever in your basement. Because that's where the guys get away. Especially if they're teenagers. Just to hide from their parents for a little bit of time. At least that's what I always used it for. Back in the house I used to live in. Back when I played the drums, it was also down there. Mostly because the drums are extremely loud. So we try to mitigate that in some way by having a sound barrier. AKA, it was in the basement. We also had those quieting pads on the drums. Which I cannot remember the name of off the top of my head nowadays. But I'll throw that. It's free real estate. I hate this cat. I hate this cat, dude. Alright, we're gonna pick it up. And then pick up the armor. So that way I can't possibly lose the armor first. The armor is non-recoverable. The HP is. So when the homing works insanely well, it works insanely well. But otherwise, not too into the idea of the reload that they put on this gun. It could be really strong, but I could also just have no good items for the gun. That could be true. Maybe if I get like projectiles up, the gun would be a lot stronger. The piercing, though, does make me like the weapon and kind of give it some benefit of the doubt, because I think piercing seems kind of rare in a lot of guns. Ready Player 2. I've had this before. Or Player 2 Ready. Sorry. The copyright issues. We couldn't get Ready Player 2. Someone's already done a spin-off series of Ready Player 1 where they talk about Player 2. Player 2 lost because he was plugged into the Player 2 port. Don't you know that Player 2 has an innate advantage over Player 1? I mean, Player 1 has an innate advantage over Player 2. At least that's how it used to work. Now all of the controllers are wireless, so I don't think it works like that anymore. Cherry bombs. We know it's tempting, but don't lick any. This is a question I had. So never really had cherries outside of New Jersey. Not to say we buy only New Jersey cherries, but all the cherries I've had over here are pretty big. And as I was reading up on the subreddit earlier today, someone said that, like, something to the effect of, you'll only find these in New Jersey, and shows off these humongous cherries, which in my eyes look like normal cherries. And I'm just thinking to myself, is that not normal? Are cherries smaller than that? So maybe my entire life I've been cradled in the wonderful state of New Jersey. I realize now that the size of cherries is larger than every other state, and I can no longer return to normal life, because if I were to move to another state, I wouldn't be able to obtain large New Jersey cherries. I didn't even realize I was on Argus. Kind of just happened out of nowhere. Okay. I think I wasn't paying attention at all to what was happening, which is something I need to stop. I don't get much time to hit this guy. That was close. I couldn't roll out of the way. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'll probably record another one right after that, just because I felt like I should have done better than that. But that's okay. Leave a like if you liked the video. Comment down below if you got anything you want to comment on the video. I do take in any advice, anything like that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.